In the Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Washington Huskies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Washington Huskies offense will go on the attack first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this.
There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, running back gets the give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Washington wants to go quickly. Running back searching for a hole. At the 20, he's got space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hatchett. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
A first down run on the doorstep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. More alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Gets the back moving. Caught behind the line. It's Crawford. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have him back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Oh, they're after him. He's taking the shot. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Barton. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Let's go. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it can be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
Trying to bowl his way in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wazoo! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry
sends it downfield. And it's in. Play instead. They're looking at a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, passing.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harvin. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington State going back to work on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Washington right back to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Up-tempo for the offense.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Back open in the middle. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Turning on the Jets. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground.
Sneak gets it done.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Huskies will go for it here on 4th down. Huskies fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Woods. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Hatchett. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man, it's McMillan. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, that can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Washington State will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Right on the money. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hatchett. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you can...
Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Huskies headed quickly to the line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on him.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up 2nd down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The give. Hard running there. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll send the back in motion. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Quarterback may change this route. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick.
Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Harvin. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Barton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Washington State going quickly. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington State.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game and you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Unleashes to the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Cougars backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on. He'll try to take it back. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better another play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Washington State lines up quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground. And
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Barton. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. This drive will open from the 15. Give to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To throw, it's McMillan. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A low line drive and short kick. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
And the offense just going to spike it here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Washington.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.